Hey guys, I'm Swati and welcome back to my channel. I'm hoping that you must be liking and enjoying my previous videos from Andamans trip. And today's video will be very much interesting. In this video, I will be sharing my experience of my trip to Andamans. I will cover all the expenses and requirements that you need to plan your trip to Andamans. And let me tell you that 4 days are not enough for Andamans trip. So I will share how did I manage my trip in just 4 days. I will cover Port Blair, Havelock and Neil Island. So let's get started. But before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for further notifications. Because now I will post video every week and will share my travel experience. So without any further delay, let's get started. My flight was on 29 December 2020 as I have planned my trip on New Year. As per the Andamans government guidelines, you have to carry COVID-19 negative report from RT-PCR certified laboratory. The COVID-19 test must be done within 48 hours before departure. So I undergo COVID test in Lucknow at Shambhavi Diagnostic on 28th December at the cost of 700 per head. And they provide report within 24 hours, so we got it in the morning on 29th. And then I took flight from Lucknow airport at 6:45 p.m. on 29th of December 2020, and after a halt of 6 hours at Chennai, we landed at the Port Blair at 6:30 in morning on 30th. I booked the flight online and paid approx 17,000 rupees per head for round trip. And for the transportation and hotel facilities, I booked the package online in advance from Experience Andamans. It's a group which provides accommodation services to the tourists in Andamans. And I swear, Experience Andamans gives you the best service and you won't regret after taking services from them. Point to be noted that if you are planning a trip to Andamans, be sure to book ferry tickets online in advance. If you prefer private ferry, it will cost you 1200 per head from Port Blair to Havelock. But due to COVID-19, the private ferries are not operational this time, so you will have to take government ferries, and for that you have to be in the queue early morning the same day of the travelling, and it will cost you Rs 625 per head. But since I have booked the package, so I didn't have to face such challenges. The ferry tickets were also included in the package. After landing at the Port Blair, we left for Havelock through government ferry at 11 am on the same day. It was some 2.5 hour ride on the government ferry, and if you take private ferry, it will take around 2 hours to reach Havelock. And then we went to the hotel. Since hotel charges wasn't package, but if you book it yourself, you will get a decent hotel in approximately Rs 2,000 to 3,000 per night. And if I talk about food expenses and varieties, so Andamans is famous for its seafood and South Indian cuisine. You will get varieties of food in Andamans. If you are having some kind of seafood, then it will cost you from 500 to 1000 rupees or more. And if you are vegetarian and having some fast food or South Indian or North Indian cuisine, then it will cost you around 200 to 500 or more, according to the restaurant you choose. And then for exploring Andamans, it's better to rent a scooty. When I reached Havelock, I rented a scooty. The price was Rs 500 per day, and if you want to rent a bike, then it will cost you 600 or 700 rupees per day. Since I stayed for 2 days in Havelock, I paid 1000 rupees for the scooty and 100 rupees of petrol to refuel it. In Havelock, there are many places to visit, like Elephanta Beach, Radhanagar Beach, Kalapathar Beach, etc. These are the most visiting beaches in Havelock. So in the morning of 31st December, we went to explore the beaches in Havelock. For Elephanta Beach, you will have to go through a boat, and the boat charges are 1000 rupees per head. But these charges were also included in my package. On Elephanta Beach, there are a lot of water sports activities you can do. Snorkeling, banana ride, jet ski ride, sea walk and many more are done here. Charges were different for each of the activity. For snorkeling, they charge us 1000 rupees per head. In this, they will provide you photographs and videos too in your mobile. and I did jet ski and the price was 600 per head. But I did 2 times, so I paid 1200. The charges of banana ride was also 600 rupees per head. For sea walk, they were costing 3500 rupees per head. But I didn't do it. And then in the evening, I went to the Radhanagar beach. There you can go only for watching the beautiful sunset and enjoying in the water for free of cost. And let me tell you that this is very beautiful beach in Andamans for photography. So don't forget to take your camera with you. And if you want to consume some snacks outside like coconut water or fruit salad, then it will cost you not more than 100 to 150 rupees per head. Then on the next day on 1st January 2021, it was our plan to do scuba dive. And point to be noted that if you want the best experience of scuba dive, then try to go early morning at 6 am. The waves that time are low and the water visibility is 100%. So we went there before 6 am. I paid 4500 rupees per head for scuba dive. They provide you their own costume for the diving. And after completing it, they will provide you videos and photographs too. The diving center was Sea Link Scuba at the Neemo Reef Beach number 2 in Havelock, and it was the best experience in the ocean. So don't forget to scuba dive when you are in Andamans. And then after staying 2 days, we took ferry from Havelock on 1st January and left for Neil Island at 3 pm. The government ferry from Havelock to Neil will cost you 478 rupees per head, but it was included in package, so I didn't pay there. And private ferry will cost you rupees 1000. And then at the Neil Island, we stayed in a hotel. Since Neil Island is very small and there are only a few visiting places, so one day is enough to explore it. Bharatpur Beach and Lakshmanpur Beach are the main attractions there. So on second morning, we checked out and went to the Bharatpur Beach. It is also famous for water sports activities. Snorkeling, jet ski, speedboat ride, banana ride and many more are done here. I did snorkeling and jet ski there. Snorkeling charges were 1000 rupees per head. And for jet ski, I paid rupees 600 per head. For speedboat ride, banana ride, glass boat ride, they were charging 600 for each. I recommend you, if you love water sports activities, then go for Elephanta Beach for better experience. After that, we went to the Lakshmanpur Beach, or we can say Natural Bridge. There we hire a guide, and I would recommend that you should also hire a guide because it's totally worth the money that you spend. I paid him rupees 300. They will give you knowledge about corals. Also, if you are visiting as a couple, they can click your pictures too. And then we left from there and reached Ferry Point to get back to the Port Blair. Our ferry was at 4 pm on 2nd January. It took 1.5 hours to reach Port Blair, and the price of government ferry from Neil to Port Blair is 478 rupees per head, and for private ferry it will cost you rupees 1400 per head. And then after reaching Port Blair, we checked into hotel, and as usual it was in my package. After that, at around 7:30 pm we went to watch the light show at the cellular jail. You can book the tickets online. It costs us 150 per head. It is 1.5 hour show and it runs in slots. Our slot was at 8 pm. It was amazing. You should definitely watch it. And this is how I ended my trip. And the next day in the morning on 3rd January 2020, it was my flight for back to Lucknow. So if you are planning a trip for a couple, then this brief details of expenses will be much helpful for you. Flights 34,000, COVID-19 test 1400, package for transportation and hotels in Andamans rupees 32,000, Scooty Rent rupees 1100, at Elephanta Beach, jet ski rupees 1200, snorkeling rupees 2000, scuba dive rupees 9000, jet ski at Bharatpur Beach rupees 1200, snorkeling at Bharatpur Beach rupees 2000, guide charges at Natural Bridge rupees 300, light show at the cellular jail rupees 300. And for the food expenses, I calculated approximately rupees 5000 for 4 days. So total I calculated rupees 88,000 with including package for 2 person. And if you are planning your trip without package, then cost may be low to 10 to 15k, but there can be many challenges you will have to face, so be ready for that. It's up to you whether you plan your trip with package or without package. So 80 to 90k will be enough for 4 nights in Andamans. Overall, it was my great experience in Andamans. I hope you all liked the video. I will meet you in my next video. So till then, bye bye and take care.